welcome to day 13 of the 25 days of Christmas with rubber and ink. Today we are going to use two different techniques to make a very simple card. It is a card with one layer only on Whisper White, so this is a standard size card. It's 5.5 by 4 1/4, creased at 4 1/4. And the two stamps we'll be using are the traditional touches and seasonal sayings. We'll be using the Christmas one. And for this card, you really need the wood stamp and the Stamp-O-Magic because it's all about placement. So the first technique we're going to be using is the Stampin' Off technique, which means that you use the same stamp, the same ink, but in different shades of it. So I'll be using the Always Artichoke ink. And the first thing you're going to do is place the main stamp, which is the Christmas one, around the middle, a little bit upwards, and ink up your stamp. And stamp it on. So this is going to be your main image. So now, because of placement, we're going to do the same thing with the traditional touches, but we're going to use a different technique with the traditional touches, which is ink to rubber. So you need two markers, the Cherry Cobbler and the Early Espresso. So you're going to do the Early Espresso on the cord here of the stamp, and then the Cherry Cobbler on the ornaments. Just make sure you ink up all of the little parts of the ornament. And what I found was that the trim was the cord was a little bit too long, so I'm going to mask the image here with sticky paper and just make it a little bit shorter, just like that. And again, use the Stamp-O-Magic. And sometimes you just need to breathe on the stamp so it gives you a good impression. And stamp it. Now, don't worry about the Cherry Cobbler being a little bit weird there, because we're going to cover it with the Cherry Cobbler dazzling details later on. So we are all done with the traditional touches stamp, and now we're going to go back to the Christmas and continue with our Stampin' Off technique. So from now on, what you need to do is decorate it so the image kind of forms a little design. And you don't want the same shade of the ink side by side. I'm going to ink the stamp out of the card once, and then stamp in the card. So you see that there are two different shades of the same ink. So I'm going to do that again, this time around here. But this time I'm going to stamp off twice out of the card. So I ink the stamp and I do twice outside and then once on the card. And you continue doing that. So I have a completely stamped image here, a stamp that was twice removed here. So here I'm going to do one that's only once removed, stamped off. So stamp, stamp out, and then once. Same thing on this side. And you can make this with any color and as many times as you want, really. And I think I'm going to do one more here with just one time stamped off, and the card is ready. So there you go. So you see which design you like the most, and for me, I think it's good. So now to finish the card, I am going to fill the ornaments with the cherry cobbler dazzling details. So this is the card for today. I hope you enjoyed it and you give it a try, and join me tomorrow for card number 14. Thank you.